roads, slippery travel. Let's check in with Tricia.
And we do have some new crashes to talk about this morning. First, we're taking a live look Parkway East. This is the approach headed up to the Fort Pitt Bridge. As you come inbound or outbound throughout the Golden Triangle, looks to be in pretty decent shape. However, we are seeing a lot of crashes in outlying areas and then also impacting now 79 as well as the Parkway East. So let's take a look at some of those crashes this morning. This is breaking news we are following for you earlier in Robinson. Right beyond the 79 overpass on Forest Road, we had an overturned vehicle. That has since been cleared. Now, let's take a look at the two crashes that I was mentioning along Parkway East and 79. Also quickly, in Hampton, Parks Run between the Middle Road and Route 8. So this is Parkway East inbound, as you come past the area of the Churchill interchange. Box truck there involved in an earlier crash. Still waiting for a tow truck to remove that vehicle. Starting to see a bit of a delay. This is Interstate 79 in the area of the Sewickley interchange. You can see their vehicle. Looks like it's off to the side of the road with emergency crews, but if you're traveling through that area, heads up this morning. Starting to see some heavier traffic with delays. And I know you can't see the crash, but you can see the flashing lights there. So this is right outside the tubes, 51 at 19. We have a crash being reported as well. I'm going to try to get some additional information, go over all this for you again in the next 10 minutes.
Tricia, thank you. Flames broke out at an apartment building in Millvale last night, and this morning we have learned that a woman had to be rescued by firefighters. Bowerstown VFD shared on Facebook that one person was stuck on the second floor of the Millville apartments. Firefighters put up a ladder, helped that woman down. We do know one person was taken to the hospital. We're working to find out if it was that woman or if it was someone else. Meantime, President Trump delivered a marathon State of the Union address last night, defending his record and laying out his agenda for the year ahead.
He spoke for an hour and 48 minutes. That is the longest State of the Union address on record. President Trump called his first year back in office the turnaround for the ages. He pointed to immigration enforcement and expanded tariffs. Republicans frequently rose to applaud the president's remarks, while most Democrats remained seated. Now, some Democratic lawmakers shouted objections when the president was talking about immigration and government fraud.
I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well.
Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger gave the official Democratic report.
Morning, y'all.
A vast desert. A vast.
Domino's best deal ever. Get you guinea pizza with
Come on in, y'all. Good morning. Good morning.
Out here, the little things will kill you.
The world outside is no longer survivable. Each one of us has this voice in our heads saying, baby.
I came all the way here. Where's my wife?
A vast desert estate. A convicted beat trafficker, a diary in cipher, and a supposed billionaire who, according to many sources, wanted to seed the human race with his own deranged DNA. On July 31st, 2019, the same month that Jeffrey Epstein was arrested, and also about 1 week before he supposedly unalived Weissula in his own cell, the New York Times released this article called "Jeffrey Epstein Hoped to Seed Human Race with His DNA." Now, this article really focused on the New Mexico property that Jeffrey Epstein had called Zorro Ranch. So I'm gonna read a little bit from that article. It is really long, and I highly, highly recommend that y'all go over there and read it. Shout out to the New York Times for putting this out. But I do want to read a few excerpts here on this video today. Starting with this one. Jeffrey E. Epstein, the wealthy financier and accused trafficker, had an unusual dream. He had a dream all morning. He hoped to, quote, this is a quote, seed the human race with his DNA by impregnating women at his vast New Mexico ranch called Zorro Ranch. Now, Jeffrey Epstein, this article goes on, over the years confided to scientists and others about his scheme. His dream is a scheme, it is a dream. According to four people familiar with his thinking, although there is no evidence that it ever came to fruition. En contraire, there's a little bit of evidence of it. We're going to talk about it in this video. The article goes on in the New York Times. Mr. Epstein's vision reflected his long-standing fascination with what has come to be known as transhumanism. Okay, we've been trying to tell you all about it. I'll tell you that. This is defined here as the science of improving the human population through technologies like genetic engineering and artificial intelligence. And they say improving. I'd like to know who, from whose perspective. Now, critics of transhumanism have likened transhumanism to a modern-day version of eugenics, the discredited field of improving the human race through controlled breeding. Oh my God, I just now remembered who was on the board of the Transhumanist Party of California on the website. Okay, anyway, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Jeffrey Epstein. This is this article. So this New York Times article came out 1 week before Jeffrey Epstein passed away, and they're kind of trying to expose this Zorro Ranch. The article goes on, it says, interviews with more than a dozen of Jeffrey Epstein's acquaintances, as well as public documents, show that he used the same tactics to insinuate his way into an elite scientific community. Thus, this allowed him to pursue his interests in eugenics and other fringe fields like cryogenics. Okay, I'm gonna put a thumbnail up here about Walt Disney's Frozen Head. Y'all need to go watch that one too. Speaking of cryogenics. Oh my God, and then there's these pictures of the ranch itself. Okay, the article goes on. There was then Mr. Epstein's interest in eugenics. They're coming right out.
You at work?
In the early 2000s, okay, the early 2000s, put a one in the chat if you remember the clone series we just put out, the human cloning series. This is when it was all popping off. I mean, they were putting out movies, albums, they were putting out ideas. The scientists were screaming at each other at the press conferences. They were cloning humans. The Raelians were out and about. How to make a 6 or 7 part series on it. So this is also happening right during that time. In the early 2000s, on multiple occasions, Mr. Epstein told scientists and businessmen about his ambitions to use his New Mexico ranch. I just think only about that hallway. Use the New Mexico ranch as a base where women would be inseminated with the seed of Jeffrey Epstein and would give birth to Jeffrey Epstein's babies. This was according to 2 award-winning scientists and an advisor to large companies and wealthy individuals, all of whom apparently Jeffrey Epstein told them about his seeding the population from the New Mexico ranch. And this is coming from the New York Times, not me. It was not a secret. The advisor, for example, said that he was told about the plans not only by Mr. Epstein at a gathering at his Manhattan townhouse, but also by at least one prominent member of the business community. Hey, baby. One of the scientists said Mr. Epstein divulged this idea in 2001. Yeah, that was the height of cloning. The height of cloning was 2001. In 2001,
Morning, y'all. Hey, boo. I'm good.
The other recalled Mr. Epstein.
How you doing?
Him in 2006. So this went over years. 2001, then 2006.
That's what's up, D.
In St. Thomas and the Virgin Islands. The idea struck all 3 as far-fetched and disturbing.
I have a question for my subs. I wish more people were in here, though.
Once at a dinner, according to this New York Times article, I'm reading here an excerpt from that article. Dinner at Mr. Epstein's mansion on Manhattan's Upper East Side.
But
Mr. Lanier said he
I wanted to talk to my subs about something
that Mr. Epstein's goal
and ask y'all a question.
At a time, impregnated at his 33,300.
But I need more y'all in here because I don't want to announce it twice.
He said he said it all. Lanier is like a founding father of virtual reality.
Well, this is a virtual reality glove. It's called the Data Glove. And the idea is that you can put on this glove and the glove lets you feel a world that doesn't exist as if it's real and pick up things in the world as if they're real. So it lets you reach
Jealous of my hair. It's a pain in the butt.
these are the special glasses called the iPhones that you put on, and when you put them on, you're seeing inside an imaginary world instead of inside the physical world. So the idea is that by wearing computerized clothing right over your face, you transport your system into a reality that can be in any description.
This Zorro Ranch is in a tiny town
Well,
outside Santa Fe, and this father of virtual reality type of guy, Mr. Lanier, said the
come on, y'all. I
scientist
need a couple
herself
more
was
y'all
working
in
at
here.
NASA, but he didn't remember her name. Now, they're saying tiny town, and I guess by
It's
population
important.
it
A
is.
question
This
for my
place is in the
men.
middle of a very,
All the
very
guys
vast
sucks.
wilderness. I mean, I don't know how
Or
many
women, I
miles,
guess.
kilometers, how many thousands, how many hundreds, I don't know, to the nearest civilization. Like, every time I look at this house, especially from above, and I take in the desert landscape and just how vast it is, I just think, if you wanted to get away, how could you and where would you go? It looks like Mars. And the cactuses, the 52.5-foot tall cactuses, and it's just so unforgiving. Well, it's beautiful. The pictures from inside.
What's
there,
everyone
that
up
big
to
old
today?
glass pane window, and you can just see out. It's just like, you almost understand why they call it God's country. It's just so breathtakingly, awe-inspiringly beautiful, but also completely unforgiving looking. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna get cactus foot instantaneously. Always worry about, like, if you're running away, you don't have shoes for some reason. How far is this from Roswell? We need to put it on a map real quick. Let's see. How long walking would it take you to get to Roswell? Barefoot? Could we make it? I don't want to find out. Anyway, okay, so the article goes on. According to this virtual reality guy, Mr. Lanier, the NASA scientist at this party said Jeffrey Epstein had based his idea for a baby ranch on accounts of the repository for germinal choice. Okay, yeah, this is the Nobel Prize.
The snow came back here in Pittsburgh. The kids have a 2-hour delay. It's a mess.
Apparently it exists. This is the repository to be, quote, stocked. It's like they've been telling us this whole time that they just breed us to be their slaves. And it's like, we've been just ignoring it completely. Stock? They say it's stock. It's been more times. This ain't for. So anyway, apparently had based his idea, Jeffrey Epstein had based his idea for a baby farm, a baby ranch, on this repository for the Nobel sperm. This was to be stocked with the sperm of Nobel laureates who wanted to.
Dee, why does your mother look like that? Why you come in here talking shit with no picture?
He wants to contribute to the repository. Only one Nobel Prize winner has acknowledged.
Whatever you say, I think you're a lame. And you need to get some pussy or something. Because you always coming in here talking shit to me. Where's your bitch? You don't got one. All you fucking lames and dorks. Keep strolling. I'm not worried about you. I got plenty of supporters and men in here that say positive shit to me.
Hearsay from this scientist, virtual reality creator and author, said he had the impression that Jeffrey.
But yeah, get out anyway. I just really want my subs in here. That's why I asked you that, Paulie. How do I make it private for my subs today?
To bear Jeffrey Epstein's children. So this guy, this virtual reality founding father, is.
Because what I want to ask ain't for everyone. These fucking dorks come in here.
Epstein parties were at least in part a way to
film big behind the screen.
For his children. Doesn't what's his name? Elon Musk have 57 baby mamas, and so does Diplo. Somebody else got a whole bunch of kids. Mitt Romney.
Thank you, Snow. Mike said he is gay. You know it. Either that or it's miserable motherfuckers that don't get no play, have nothing to do. Because I cannot believe y'all grown people come in here just to make, like, talk shit. If I was rage baiting or a terrible mom or doing something for y'all to talk shit, cool. But I don't. I'm literally sitting here, mind my business. It just proves, like, whoever you are, you miserable.
Proven science in which people's bodies are frozen to be brought back to life in the future. If anybody does that to me, I'm haunting me.
Thank you, Slow. Appreciate it.
They're gonna be taking that silver hook.
Let me get him out of here, though, because I want to talk directly to all the men in here that are my people, my subs, the ones that support me.
Leftover. What if the freezer goes out sometimes? You thaw out a little bit, then they freeze you back. Then how are they gonna reanimate that? Anyway, Mr. Epstein told that cryonics guy that he wanted his head, and they said it was egg shaped. and you got mad and left out of the deposition, the lawyer was asking,
Okay, y'all.
"Is it true that your is egg shaped?" And one thing leads to another.
So,
Stormed
man,
out
I
of the
wish more
deposition. I don't
people
know
were
if
in
that's
here.
true or not.
But,
We'll hear that.
okay, so y'all
This
know
article seems outrageous. This
I've been working my ass off, but I lost my second job.
There are two certainties at once, death and taxes.
My client died,
Tax filing software can only help you with the second.
so and I did put in applications for another job, because I will be working 2 jobs again. Until I find one, I'm trying to think of some ways I can make some fast cash, because I got bills, y'all. I got a mortgage. I cannot, wait. I need money coming in. So, and this is just me just thinking, so don't bug out all my men like, oh no, you're going to be ruined if you do that. I want to know if I were to make an OnlyFans and just do pictures, like nothing crazy, no crazy shit, but just for my private pictures for some of y'all, would y'all buy a subscription? Yes or no? And be honest. Tell me how y'all feel about that. But like, this is no joke. I need to get some more money coming in. And I'm not the type to beg, come on here, and I'm not asking no one for money. That's why I'm trying to think of things I can do myself. I'd rather go out and get it myself. And the ex hasn't sent shit. He don't help financially at all, and hasn't since he left in the summer, last summer. I don't want to, I just gotta keep a roof over their heads, and I will.
Okay, so this seemingly outrageous article seems outrageous.
But tell me your opinion.
Even though it's in the New York Times and they tell me right there, it's like we just did not want to believe how absolutely a thief this man was. I mean, it's hard enough to accept he was, I was going to say just. I mean, it's pretty freaking bad. It's worth it.
Don't do it.
But I mean, we thought, there was the one thing he was doing with the underage, and maybe the other thing he was doing with.
If we were dating, I'd say no.
Blackmailing, there were these things, but it's like, surely he doesn't have a baby.
Thirsty as fuck. Who's thirsty, bitch?
20 women at once, surely. Even though the New York Times was clearly trying to say that something like that might have been going on. 7 years later, with the release of the Epstein files, it's now 2026. Little by little.
Lou, get a life. Quit. Why you coming in here, grown ass man, talking like that to me or my subs? Get out, you fucking dork. No one's talking to you. Image about what was really going on. Ruger, stop. Yeah, go find your bitch, Lou.
The edges are starting to unblur. Okay, we're seeing it, all right? And maybe something's going on in that ranch, some freaky stuff. Let's look into a few different pieces of evidence from the Epstein files themselves that were recently released. Okay.
That dude is weird. He's stalking me and my subs. He came in here yesterday talking shit to some of my subs. Like, stop that. But I appreciate y'all's opinions. Let me know. I want the honesty. Brother, let's go. Come on, out.
Zorro Ranch is located outside Stanley, New Mexico, roughly 30 miles southeast of Santa Fe, in high desert terrain. Epstein purchased the property originally in 1993, eventually amassing over 7,600 acres of land. The main residence was reported to be approximately.
Don't do it, guys. Okay.
339 square
Well,
feet.
give me some suggestions on what to make money, because I gotta pay these bills. No one else.
Allegedly, that one we don't have a picture of. Barns, stables, an 8-person shower they're very proud of. They're always talking about the 8-person shower. A private airstrip. So I think you can fly your private plane just right there. That is convenience and privacy. Look at this terrain we've already talked about. Multiple outbuildings, a giant painting of Jesus on a golden cross. And local reporting consistently describes
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Difficult to access, and largely self-contained. Despite the ranch's significance and attention that it received in 2019 and since, there's no record that this place has ever really undergone an extensive search by the government. They raided his house in New York, the mansion, the townhouse. They raided the island. There's
Sorry,
boats
y'all.
and play. They raided his
But
jail cell.
Ruger,
They went to the
stop.
designer baby farm.
So,
There's gotta be a Criminal Minds episode.
give me some suggestions.
Okay, anyway, so this place just looks creepy too. There's like many pictures that you probably know.
I'm not doing DoorDash. You don't make shit with DoorDash.
Yeah, and I just can't help but wonder.
I
why
still
they
have my main
an
job.
extensive forensic examination of this place.
I just want another
considering
job.
what we're
I
about
need
to get
one.
into, which is purported victim statements and allegations that the feds did have and still haven't searched.
And I will, guys. One thing about me is,
as far as we know, as the public. And some
I know how to
people,
work.
Like, okay, so you know how people have gone to Jeffrey Epstein's island and done videos and stuff,
But
and like nobody really stops.
the
them?
problem is, like I said,
People get stopped.
I was kind of looking for something like that I can make fast money, that I don't gotta wait for like an orientation or, you know, wait a month for a damn check. Because when you first get a job, they hold the first one.
Like it's Fort Knox or something. They
So-
don't sound like it's Area 51, and it might be.
That's
There's a
all.
crop circle in the front yard.
But if y'all have suggestions other than OF, let me know.
Almost looks like a small town or something. And this time around, because this friend of mine that was looking at the placement of that mansion.
Y'all stop. Be nice to Mike. Listen, I gotta support my supporters from day one. So I'm let Mike stay, yo. Anyone that's been supporting me from day one, they're not going nowhere. I'm a very loyal person. Take it easy on my boy Mike, y'all. Because he's very loyal. He's been supporting me since I started doing this shit. I'm loyal. Anyone in here that's been fucking with me, like just showing up, showing support, I'm loyal as fuck to my friends, my associates. So I appreciate y'all. For real. I'm a very humble bitch. I'm not conceited. I don't think I'm better than no one, so.
So I got some good footage of that, and this time I was prepared just in case somebody came out to try to intercept this, but nobody did.
Thanks, babe.
Everything had changed, so it was no longer.
Hope you're enjoying yours
Zorro
too.
Ranch Drive right there on the road going in, and now it's something else. All the signage had been changed, but I did find it interesting that the little ranch compound, all the support facilities for that ranch, the same red truck that we had seen before that came out to talk to us was there. So the support vehicles are the same, everything looks the same, but the only main thing that I saw
But
was it looked like
everyone, I always hear the girls say, oh, they make so much fast money on that shit. And it just crossed my mind. I wouldn't have been doing no pornographic shit, I know that. I just meant like pictures. Because half of y'all ask me for pictures anyway. You know, so many of my guy subs will ask for pictures, and if I don't send them right away, they get so mad. So I was just thinking that's a way of me to connect with my subs. I can send pictures. Because I can't do it on here.
Filled with servers and monitoring equipment. Again, I just renew my question why the feds haven't done a forensic sweep through there. Then there is Maria Farmer, one of Epstein's earliest accusers, who later claimed that there were cameras hidden in the walls, in the ceilings, and in the common areas at Epstein's properties, including, she suggested, the ranch. And then there's, all these articles that come up, and I try my very best not to focus on the inbred royals, because please, I don't want to even give that any, haha, that is so funny, y'all are so funny.
Oh, congratulations, Season. What state you in? Good for you.
Andrew has not come away from this Epstein scandal unscathed. He just got evicted.
I know you happy as hell to finally be off that probation.
And they're mad at him, and it's in part because of his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. And these articles, they're saying that Andrew went over there. There would be parties of people that would go over there, and it would just be for vacations and stuff. And it would be like 30 people, an 8-person shower, this, that, the other. Well, one of the people went over there, apparently, this dilapidated them, which are call him a royal. Andrew Battenberg. Anyway, okay, so now I'm talking about the designer baby farm aspect of this whole. I mean, the ranches that we
Bill,
I do think
are you another hater? Somehow, really. Sounds like it.
Compared to all of Epstein's properties, all over, you know,
First of all, you sound dumb. If I really wanted to, y'all don't know, I could be one of them girls. Get me a sugar daddy, easy, too easy, alright? I prefer not to go that route.
Ranch's location in the vast New Mexico desert made it particularly difficult for neighbors, journalists, or authorities to observe any activity.
Like, y'all don't think I've had that offered to me? Like, are you dumb? I'm not an ugly bitch. I don't care what y'all trolls say. For 40 years old? No, I don't think I'm ugly. I don't think, like I said, I don't think I'm a supermodel, but I don't think I'm ugly. I've been popular and pretty. People tell me I've been pretty my whole life. If I wanted to be a gold digger and I wanted to have a sugar daddy, I'd have one. Easy.
Zorro Ranch as a site for artificial insemination using his seed. That's the article where it was reported that Epstein envisioned having as many, allegedly, I mean, this is what the people were saying, having as many as 20 women pregnant at the same time. And some emails from the latest Epstein drop are raising eyebrows across Reddit.
I'm about to go to work.
Twitter and my living room. I'll tell you, it's raising eyebrows.
Because I'm always going to keep my main job. Always.
Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, here's a tweet from Jake Shields. Shout out to him for finding this. I don't know him or anything, but, you know, shout out. I'm using your figure. Here is Epstein emailing with a scientist about creating a baby breeding laboratory at Zorro Ranch. I sent him Zorro. I found dozens of emails just like this. He says, okay, what's the email say? It's from Brian Bishop to Jeffrey Epstein, and it CC's Austin Hill. Now, what I will tell you is Mine Unveiled. I think that's my cousin. Got it. Mine Unveiled just made a really great video. It came out very recently, and it kind of gets into the relationships between these people and who these people are. I'm not going to be doing it here. We're talking about the topic of the email, though. It's to Jeffrey Epstein. It says, Jeffrey, here is a deck about my designer baby project. And I think it's time that I can on the deck or a deck similar. If I'm able to get something, I'll put some pictures up. This guy said, here's my deck. It's like a PowerPoint presentation about the designer baby project. I talked with Austin again, and we have a series of questions about how serious you are about wanting.
Season, what state are you in on probation? Here in PA?
Rules are for me even exploring this with you and getting to next. I want to know the ground rules. Who knows? Most of these questions are around your requirements for secrecy and privacy, specifically regarding reputational risk and also any financial involvement. I think there would also need to be some understanding about goals and feasibility of different results. I think that one way this could be done is under the banner of my designer babies project. Since the other deliverable is similar, what is the other deliverable? Your genetically modified baby on your ranch at your incubation farm? I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what he meant. It's just similar. It's like they're trying to figure out how to get funding for this project. And he's like, oh, maybe if we call it designer babies. Since the other deliverable
Shit, it's getting late. Angel, what's up? What's up, everyone? Thank you all for the wonderful, positive comments. Y'all are what I call real men.
Snitched on for funding this stuff. And if you trace back
Straight up, because the men, grown-ass men that come in here that are worried about my eyebrows and shit like that, that is wild. Like, no real thorough-ass man is gonna do that. You're a lame to me if you do that. Unprovoked, especially with me. Like, I can understand if I rage baited y'all, I don't. That's why I say it's just the miserable ones that do that. You gotta talk shit to someone else to feel good about yourself. You're a lame. Anyway, guys, so the majority of y'all are saying no, don't do the OF. Is that what I'm hearing?
So, what was he trying to make designer babies for? I mean, certain questions start swirling about in my mind. Okay, so they plan a time to meet.
Talk to me, y'all.
The first investor, as long as absolute anonymity is kept. I've always envisioned there would be anonymity requirements about babies. We can't publicly identify who these babies are, or their parents, or benefactors. I love how I have to call benefactor Like, okay, I need somebody to sing on my record label. Can you make me a designer baby? I want it to be this tall, this many years, and I need it by the next 14 years. It's got a benefactor. See, in their private emails, they don't have to play the song and dance like they do whenever they're showing it to us and trying to normalize it to us and trying to desensitize us because we're normal. But they can call them products and benefactors instead of babies and parents in their emails. So they thought it says we can't publicly identify who these baby cloning designer babies are. It would brand the child as essentially and sadly a freak for life in the media. They're always in the media this and the media that. But when they say in the media what they talking about,
Talk to me, Angel. Ask me anything.
Baby, so they're hiding it from us. So we would call it a freak, probably right.
Bait, you agree about the manly men? Yeah, for sure.
Absolute anonymity. Yes, sir, Daddy Jeffy. We won't tell nobody it's
I know, just from life experience.
We're talking about the designer babies. So
The men with the big mouths that go after women, usually shit like that for no reason, it's really fake. It's a what do you call it? Like a mask. They're really miserable inside. And they're not. I don't know. I don't even care. But yeah, ask me what you want, Angel.
I just now think he's a freak. Let me picture this guy. Okay, there's the third and final exhibit. Exhibit C. This is between Brian Bishop and Jeffrey Epstein and Brian Bishop Wright. Attached is the document you requested. It's the use of funds spreadsheet for the designer, baby, and human cloning company. Please, editing department, investigates headquarters, Mothership Productions. Can we keep the EFT number here? Because I don't know if I say I'm going to this out. I attached the document you requested. It's the use of funds spreadsheet for the designer, baby, and human cloning company. I need that document. This gets us out of our self-funded biology phase. That's a quote. He quoted it too.
But yeah, what was that question, Angel? I'm gonna make a cup of coffee for a couple minutes. Talk to y'all real quick. Let's go over to my other table, y'all. Oh, you were going on your game.
Yeah. I'm construction worker for today. Construction weeks.
All right, y'all, hold on. Let me make my coffee. Out of there. Out! Kids aren't allowed on there, they told me. You keep trying to get in there, and people told me that kids are not allowed on that. Is that true to my subs?
No.
Well, somebody
Kids can
told
be
me
on
that.
Well, they're not, because kids can be on.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I've seen kids, other kids in there, but still, stop. Lucci,
Construction worker.
You playing dress up this morning?
I'm a construction worker.
Okay.
What do you need fixed?
He just likes to say hi to y'all.
Let me read the chat.
He's playing dress up.
Tell them what I'm playing.
No, play your game.
I'm playing Roblox.
River. Go. Get out of the camera. Damn.
Hi, guys.
It's like they're fighting for the camera's attention. Move.
No, my turn, Ruger.
Alright.
I didn't delete my video, Mom. But I was age restricted. Did I tell you that?
gotta get a hold of your brother. It was a 2-hour delay. All right, y'all. So what are y'all up to today? Damn, my screen got so big. What do you mean? Come on, Luch. All right, sorry, y'all. I had to fix that. Get out. We're damn.
Let him lay down with you.
No, he will try to hump my pillow.
No, he won't.
Why are you lying? You know damn well he does that.
Well, he's not doing it right now. Let's say hi. Hi, Jack. I never could let that talk.
Good morning, Robert. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, hon? Grabbing a coffee? All right, Dee, I will.
Stop playing. 20 toothpicks. 20 shacks. Cool. Pass that.
Oh, they did say hi.
Green.
Lucci, come here, baby. Say hi to the chat. He's in dress-up clothes. He wanted to pretend he was a construction worker today, yo.
So, who needs help with my baby? Who needs help? Hi. Say hi, Ruger. Good boy.
All right, that's enough. Ruger,
saying
out.
something.
See, then it gets to be too much. All right. All right, Ruger. No, please don't touch my phone. I gotta go, y'all. Come on. See, they messing this up because Ruger will just sit here. Let's go, Ruger.
Do a quote. You can ask them stuff.
You know, listen. I told y'all my dog needs Snip to calm down.
I don't know.
He said he likes your hat.
Thanks. Kobe Bryant versus, let's see, at the Lakers a long time ago. Let's see, where should we at? Oh, LeBron on the team. I'm doing Kobe.
Mister, get to the bag. You said you do some type of construction. That's cool. I do home health care.
Well, wait. What's your name? Because I might know you from
No,
construction.
Lucci.
I know him from construction, maybe.
Now play your game.
What's his
Mommy's about
username?
to go to work.
What's his username? Kobe. Never mind.
All you weirdo men that coming in here trying to talk that shit, y'all got the wrong chat. I'm telling y'all. And find something to do. Is that your life? They really don't have no life. But all right, y'all, I gotta go to work. I will come back on today. Thank all y'all, all my men who came in today. Thank you for checking in with me.
Oh, so close.
And
On that three-pointer.
appreciate y'all feedback.
Bro, how did he make that? We got shot.
But have a good one, y'all. And I'm gonna consider everything y'all told me about the OF. So. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.